car prices go up.
Buying a new vehicle is considered one of the most expensive purchases a consumer will make, but affordability seems to be a problem.
Gas prices follow suit.
Annual automatic state gasoline excise tax increases by 1.6 cents July 1st.
Have you noticed prices for fireworks on July 4th?
Yeah, fireworks stores like this one are packed right now, but a lot of people I spoke with told me the celebration this year is costing them more.
Even Walmart isn't shy about raising their prices.
This morning, price increases at Walmart going viral online.
But when rent goes up, suddenly landlords are the villains.
Hi.
Unlike gas stations or national retail chains, landlords cannot hide behind official corporate statements or blame everything on the market. So, let's talk about the reasons why your rent is going up. Maybe it is a little bit more complicated than you think. Hi, my name is Felix. I've been managing rentals for a while now, and I'm the guy who has to have these rent increase conversations every other year. The problem is, when you manage multiple properties, rent increase conversations become monthly recurring theme. Let's take a closer look at what actually makes up your rent and why it keeps climbing year over year. Let's start with the obvious. Rent increase isn't just a random number. It is an essential part of a larger economy, and here's why. Economics 101, pricing. What does price actually consist of? There are two main ways to come up with the price. The first one is the cost-based model. This is when you take the cost of something at a markup and that gives you the full price. The second one is the market-based model. You look at what others charge for something similar and adjust your price to stay competitive. I am not going to go into which one is better. That is not the point here. The point is, landlords usually follow the market, not just for setting rent, but also for things that feed into rent. Property taxes, insurance, labor, materials, utilities, all of these are subject to market costs. And as you may suspect, neither of these are on decline. Let's review them one by one.
That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative.
Mortgage rates. Interest rates have gone up. If your landlord bought recently or refinanced, their mortgage rate probably exploded. Please do not confront your landlord if he did not. Just keep in mind that whatever other market participants do affects all of us on both sides.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in 2020, it was a shame to refinance the property higher than 2.5%. Nowadays, good luck finding a mortgage for less than 6%. And I'm talking about conventional loans. Basically, rates almost doubled in just 5 years. Please do not forget that the cost of refinancing the property have also gone up. Appraisals, inspection, title services. Yes, these are unrelated to tenants, but they are so real to all property owners. Next one, property taxes. Your city loves development, and undeniably, who doesn't? The issue is here, someone has to pay for it.
But here I come, the government.
New parks, sidewalks, school budget, this money come mostly from property taxes, which hit property owners, and the property owners can't eat this cost alone. National average property tax bill increases on average 5.5% year over year. The next one is really painful. I am sure all property owners will nod in approval. Property insurance. These are fucking nightmare nowadays. Natural disasters, liabilities, rising premiums, fires in California, floods in Florida, tornadoes in Texas. All of these costs are passed down to policyholders, aka property owners. And insurance companies aren't shy of just dropping the market in case they're not profitable in certain area. Good luck with finding good property insurance policy in California. Good luck finding any good property insurance anywhere in the United States. Landlords don't have such a luxury because they cannot transfer their property to a different location. Home insurance rates are up on average 8% just in 2025 alone. This one still hurts. The next one, maintenance, which will consist of labor and materials. All of us like to live in nice and properly maintained property. Freshly painted walls, cozy living room, kitchen with newer cabinets, nice cool air in the summer and warm in winter. It is impossible to find a contractor just to show up to inspect the issue for less than $150. Labor and materials are both up, and no, it's not just an inflation. In comparison to insurance, not a huge increase though, 3%. By the way, special shout out to everyone who supported tariff war. Because yes, all of us now paying more for vinyl floors, water heaters, and everything in between.
We were doing so well, nobody was going to catch us.
Bruh. It's worth mentioning inflation here, and usually this is the first one that comes to mind. Personally, I don't think this is the largest contributing factor to rent increase. Currently, we are at 2% inflation rate, but do not forget that this number adds up year over year. Utilities are usually not the most contributing factor. Those costs shift month to month and often climb. Municipal water and sewer rates, surprise, surprise, are going up too. Some honorable mentions in this section are going to be homeowners association dues, management expenses, and capital reserves. All of these items are not immediate ones, but they do go up year over year, and landlords have to budget for this as well. And now let's mention two major factors that arguably drive prices up the most. Vacancy rates. Here's what people miss the most. Landlords don't like empty units. Every day the unit isn't rented, they are losing money. Once again, conscious landlords trying not to have their property be sitting on the market for a long time.
No! God, please, no! No!
So they set the prices to get it rented as soon as possible. But the problem is, no one in their right mind is going to be renting property below its costs. So if someone is raising your rent, they are trying to keep up with increasing costs, not to get rich. They also don't want to lose you as a tenant, especially if you're a good one. Are you? Elephant in the room number 2, government help. The problem with the government help is that someone needs to be paying for all the brilliant ideas and promises that candidates give during election season.
Bunch of freaking clowns.
Rent control and affordability sound great during campaign, but in practice, honestly, neither of these help to solve the issue. This is like treating an open wound with a pill of Tylenol. Technically, it may help, but the chances are pretty low. These restrictive policies tie landlords' hands, forcing them to raise rent prices or just exit the market completely. Fewer rentals, less supply, result in higher prices. Remember, Economics 101. So when rent feels like it's out of control, it is. But technically, landlords are messengers in this case, not a cause.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, son.
You see, mathematics is a pretty stubborn discipline. And when you deal with banks and creditors, 2 plus 2 equals 4. And not
I have the right for my own interpretation of the reality.
Doesn't work this way. Not with banks. So yeah. Rent is high, but for most landlords, it's a harsh reality they have to face. Unlike politicians, insurance companies, or other market participants, they can't just bail out or forget about their contractual obligations.
That's America's housing market.
Tenants, before you flip out over rent increase, check the market. You may still be getting a good deal compared to the rest of the market. I mean, you aren't in a prison when your lease contract expires. Why not to take matters into your own hands and find a better place to live, if there is any? Landlords, if you are raising rents, be real. Offer value, maintain the place, and communicate with tenants. A well-informed tenant is more likely to stay, even with the rent increase. Ladies and gentlemen, let's face it, we are all participants of real estate market and there is no need to make things worse from what they already are. Let's make things better and enjoyable for everyone, if possible. and just maybe have more demands towards institutions, organizations, or representatives who do influence the situation.
You've got a problem, change your fucking car.
If this video gave you something to think about or something to complain at, please go ahead and do so in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. Don't be shy. Please leave a like, subscribe, do all this necessary stuff. This helps to promote the video to other good people. Share this video with your tenant or your landlord. Maybe this will help both of you to understand and make things better. In either case, be respectful to each other, do all good things, and I'll see you in the next one. Pa. Are we still recording? Good to know. Pa.